Hi, I'm Austin, and this is Dungeons and Dracon Beams.
Previously on Dungeons and Dracon Beams, the loudspeaker in the barracks hummed and screeched before crackling to life with the announcement ordering any off-duty personnel to rise and shine and gather for important communications from the brass, as people groaned and rolled out of their bunks, rubbing their tired eyes and pulling on their shirts. The radios outside crackled, giving a heads-up to the guards assigned to the roof of the warehouse. Prepare for movement. They wouldn't want an incident like the near miss they had the day that the orders had come down from, well, someone. Fully kitted up soldiers holding rifles at the ready on the roof told to shoot anything that moved, coupled with the door of one of the barracks facing the building. Well, the kid would live. It was a lucky bad shot. They'd been ordered to be more discerning from now on. Suddenly, the soldier on the northeast quadrant of the building swung the barrel of his rifle upwards, silent wings gliding over them, the light reflecting off the belly of the bird is the only thing giving it away. The southeast quadrant swung down as a cat wove through the fence by the edge of the compound. On the ground, the soldiers patrolling along the path between buildings, on high alert for any non-human movement. As they stalked towards the more open area to the north of the site, an owl swooped down and grabbed a mouse. They watched as the owl repositioned the mouse in its mouth and then threw its head back and swallowed it down nose first. Their guns were trained on it, but as the owl clacked its beak and turned its golden yellow eyes on them, their fingers relaxed off the triggers. Then it spread its giant wings and flapped away, like a big butterfly. Behind the stage, where all the soldiers were gathering, another pair of rifle-wielding soldiers swung towards a fat possum as it waddled on the other side of the fence. They sprinted towards it in a crouching run, rifles on it, and when they turned the flashlight towards it, it opened its maw and hissed, showing 50 glistening, needle-sharp teeth, and then it fell over, apparently dead. They looked at each other and shrugged as the speaker behind them droned on to the barely awake crowd, their voice carrying across the base, and between snatches of phrases like humanitarian mission, Australia, months away, there was high-pitched chirps and clicks. The warehouse soldiers tried to follow the erratic movement of a single bat hunting across the sky. As it veered from the course to follow a moth, it crunched it down, they relaxed. Until a moment later, when a flash, a nighthawk darted between spotlights and the guards on high alert swung the barrel of the rifle towards the bird. As the owls floated away, a bat flapping after them in a pell-mell course, and a small hummingbird powering past them, then up, then down, to fall in with the motley group, the humanimals began to sort through all they had seen at the base that night. Billy stood at the counter of the Safeway with his chin on his hand, tapping his fingers on the counter, staring out into the streets. He stared at the tepid cup of coffee, wondering if he had the strength to pick it up and take a sip, when he saw a teenage boy and his body traveling way too fast. He startled in an upright position before his brain kicked in and he realized, oh, that's just a teen on a skateboard with a duffel bag. And as the kid swooshed past, he thought, he's probably on his way to the gym. I should go back to the gym. And then he slouched back down into his chair behind the counter. As Zach exited the elevator at Pacific Towers, he was accosted for his duffel bag of food, and in flurries of activity, all sorts of vignettes took place before his eyes. Dylan making pancakes, Cameron grabbing pickles from the fridge, accidentally trying to help Matea with a raw egg running down her arm, Savannah adding grounds to the coffee maker. And with bustles of activity, pancakes are made, eggs are scrambled, and coffee is brewed. Small moments of making breakfast and existing together, converging until Matea, Dylan, and Savannah find themselves together. Matea reaches out and touches Dylan and then Savannah before swirling together in a mix of skin tone and hair texture and colors and variants of green eyes until what emerges before them is someone completely new. A mix of Dylan and Savannah, but a new person altogether, with one perfect replication of Dylan's eye and one perfect replication of Savannah's eye looking back at them. And that's where we are now.
My name's Cameron.
My name is Zach.
My name is Savannah.
My name is Aximili Escaruth Estelle.
My name is Dylan.
What's worse than homework, parents, and acne?
Betrayal.
War.
Murder.
Brussels sprouts.
Doing it all while trying to stop an alien invasion.
Duh.
Aliens that crawl into your ear and take over your brain.
Mimicking your every thought. Reliving all your memories.
Living life as you would. Flawlessly deceiving your friends, your family, pretending to be you.
I'd rather die.
Stay on script.
What's even worse?
Mr. Statoric.
The only thing that stands in the way of complete takeover of all humanity is 4 teenagers and an Andalite.
I am the Andalite.
Yeah, you're the Andalite.
We also have the ability to morph.
It's amazing.
And Andalite technology.
Stay on script. The ability to...
Right. The ability to turn into any animal we can touch.
Lions.
Tigers.
Orangutans.
We must be extremely cautious. We can't trust anyone, thanks to Mats.
Cameron!
Okay, you read it then.
Fine. We can't trust anyone. Controller or not.
We have seen what happens when we are too trusting.
So now, there's only us.
Only us.
Only us.
Only us.
Because anyone could be compromised. Anyone at all, can be a controller.
Yeah, dude. Even you.
The smell of all types of different foods is beginning to waft through the penthouse of Pacific Towers. The hustle and bustle of everyone except Possum, who is waiting for any drop morsel, has momentarily stopped as Matea finishes her new morph. Did it work? She asks.
Yeah, I if that's what you were going for, it definitely worked.
A human is what I was going for. And she looks at her hands.
Dylan is going to just turn her head directly to Savannah.
Savannah is focused entirely on Matea, just kind of taking stock of all of the different sort of changes and finding those different pieces of each of them. And I think she's weirded out. Her face is, the expression is a little bit weirded out by all this.
Well, I guess it did. And I would like to try some of this food.
Yep, right. Okay, yeah, food. All right. And Dylan turns and goes right back to the stove and gets all the stuff together and ready and starts handing everybody a bowl.
Cameron takes his.
Zach is just staring at Matea while holding his hand out for the bowl, but not looking.
I don't think Dylan is going to notice that you're not looking at her, because I don't think that she's trying to face back toward Matea. So she just hands the bowl to your hand.
As if I feel it, I grab at it and try to get it.
Savannah definitely took another beat, just staring while Dylan went back to grab bowls and everything. And then I think she'll just kind of shake her head and turn around and just go start pouring a bunch of coffee to different various mugs.
Hey, Savannah, put some salt in the bottom of mine.
Okay.
Appreciate you. And Cameron, with his bowl, so everybody can describe what they put in their bowls for their pancakes, but Cameron's going to put in the pancake batter, put some pickle juice in there, and he's going to look around at the different boxes of cereal, take some of the Fruity Pebbles and put them in there, and some jalapeno peppers that he's pulled out of the fridge.
Zach's not looking at that. Just ignoring it. Zach just has some chocolate pancakes and some butterscotch pancakes and some caramel pancakes. He's basically eating a candy bar of bread.
That sounds amazing.
It's probably pretty good. I don't know. I've never tried it, but I bet it's fire.
I think when everybody else has their bowls all mixed up, what's Savannah doing?
She puts a small amount of pancake batter in her bowl, and that's it.
That checks out.
Cameron will slide some chocolate chips in front of Savannah and just look at her weird. Nothing?
What's wrong with pancakes?
I mean, nothing. But you don't want some, and he takes some blueberries and pushes them over towards her too. You had these in the fridge already.
Yeah, for eating blueberries.
All right, listen, let's try this. What if you had pancakes mixed with blueberries?
I'm sure that would be fine.
Hey man, I'm nobody to yuck your yum. So if you don't want any, and then he'll slide some peanut butter chips over towards you too, then you don't have to take any.
I won't.
All right. Have it your way. He grabs a handful of each one of them and throws them in his mouth, and Max's eyes go wide, and he does the same. Matea's just waiting for you, Dylan, to basically put her one together.
Okay. Oh my god. So I think Dylan walks over with 2 bowls. She's got her bowl and Matea's bowl. And she's like very much trying not to like actually just look at Matea. And she's going to go ahead and dump some Fruity Pebbles and let's see, and some blueberries into her bowl. And then she's gonna just like glance at Matea and look back and just sprinkle some blueberries in there. And then casually walk back to the stove. And if that's everybody who has their bowls ready, she's gonna look around and be like, okay, line up. Cameron, you are in the back.
Yeah, like I said, best for last. And goes to the back.
Sure, buddy.
Zach will line up first.
Nice. Yeah, she's gonna start taking people's bowls and dumping them out on the griddle and making pancakes. Making pancakes.
Zach is weirdly particular about wanting 1 chocolate chip pancake, 1 butterscotch pancake, 1 caramel chip pancake.
Yeah, so I assume you just brought your bowl of batter and then the chips.
Yep, yeah.
Nice. Yeah. So Dylan will pour the batter, sprinkle the chips.
Even distribution. Even
Mhm.
I need.
Yeah,
Right, okay.
I've cooked
All the
before.
way to the edge, all the way up.
Yes, yep. You want those little crispy bits of each type of. I got you.
Of course. Yeah, like that's the best part.
Yeah, I got you.
Zach's being way too close for breakfast making. He's all about making sure these pancakes are perfect.
Dylan gets it.
Okay.
It's not bothering her at all because she's like,
Oh,
no,
good.
I understand. Yep. It's very important.
He does not he does not get any kind of a hint until his pancakes are done, and then he goes away.
Yep. She flips them. Other side gets done, and then she stacks them up on a plate for you and hands you the plate.
A little cinnamon, maple syrup. Zach doesn't wait. He begins eating his pancake.
Hey, sit at the table.
He goes to the table.
We're all eating this together. Put the bite down.
Okay.
It's not gonna take long. Calm down.
Okay, they're getting cold.
You'll be fine.
You wanted to go first, dude.
Well, I'm hungry. It's fine.
Who's next?
I think Savannah will, push, make sure the Andalites are in front of her because she's standing next to Cameron, trying, just kind of peeking over, looking at his bowl, trying to figure out what all he's mixed up in there.
As you peek over, he says, "Oh, forgot," and he grabs some of the hot sauce that Zach brought, not the Frank's Red Hot because that's not here, but he dumps some of that into his pancake bowl too. Max's bowl, he's added everything.
Dylan, she turns and grabs his bowl, takes a look at it, and then shakes her head and hands it back to him and says, "No, you're the back of the line."
Oh,
Does Dylan take the sponge out, or does she leave it in?
Is there a sponge in there?
yes, with dish soap on
With
it.
dish soap.
I think that she turns around as she tells him to go to the back of the line and makes eyes at Savannah and is just does the I don't know what you help me.
Savannah
Please.
will, as Maximilian walks past, she'll say, "Hang on," and she'll trade bowls with him, and then she'll say, "Okay, we're gonna go try again, but with only edible foods," and to go back to the step before with the stuff to put in it, and we'll walk through it one at a time. Do you want sweet or savory?
Yes,
Okay, she'll grab another bowl.
those are flavors.
Those are flavors. Sometimes you can mix them. I don't really know. But sponges isn't in the table of what is edible.
What flavor is a sponge? I would like to try it.
I guess it takes. Well, a sponge is it's a cleaning tool. I think it takes on the flavor of whatever you clean with it, and soap, which is not pleasant.
I would like to try it.
She'll grab the sponge out of the bowl and she'll be like, don't consume it. You can put it in your mouth and try it and then give it back.
Oh, yes. He takes it, puts it in his mouth. His face like curls up. That is overwhelming.
Unpleasant.
Unpleasant. It is a feeling. Let me try it again. And he like licks the sponge again. Slimy.
That's the soap.
I like the way that it feels when I move it around.
I'm sure Dylan could recommend foods that are slimy for you that are not soap.
I will ask her later. I do not mean to overwhelm her. And he like looks at all the food on the counter.
So Savannah will grab a second bowl, put more pancake batter in, and she'll start helping Axe decide what's going in each bowl. She'll do her best to know the rules of what things can go together within her limited capacity of knowing that.
I mean, he will go for everything. So
as he's like grabbing stuff, she'll just like try to be like this bowl or this bowl. Like that's going to be how it breaks down, right? Like this can mix with this or it can mix with this. So she'll try to help him like that or both. She'll do her best.
Maybe you get a third bowl and this is like, this goes together, this stuff goes together, and then this is the mix of everything that doesn't go together.
Sure.
And after like you get his bowls ready, he'll move behind Cameron and lean into him and he'll say, I think this means that I am the best. So I guess that means Matea's up to get her pancakes.
While they're doing all that, Dylan is just going to, she sort of wipes off the little crummies that are left on the skillet, or on the griddle rather, and she's going to turn, she sort of catches her own eye in Matea's face and is like, sorry. Yeah, so, thank you, here, thanks. And she's going to hold out her hands for the bowl.
She hands it to you. She'll say, thank you.
You're welcome. And she's gonna start making the pancakes. So she's got the blueberries in there, and then as soon as they're flipped and done and she puts them on a plate, she's gonna put a little bit of lemon curd on it and hand it back. And be like, go sit at the table. She's just getting really distracted when she's looking at her and seeing these parts of herself and seeing these parts of Savannah that are just commingled.
As you like are doing that, she looks at you and she says, Dylan, is my appearance troubling you?
Troubling? I don't know if that's the word. It's just gonna take some getting used to, probably. Because, reasons.
Do you not want to share those reasons?
Not right now.
If you don't, that is perfectly fine.
Thank you, I appreciate that. Maybe I'll tell you later.
She does this like this small smile, and it reminds you of Savannah.
I think Dylan gets this like goofy, stupid look on her face, and then she's like, "Oh, whoa, thank you. Yep, go sit at the table. I'll bring more food."
Yes. She grabs her plate and walks over there. Sits across from Zach.
As soon as she sits down, Zach is like, "We're not allowed to eat yet."
Oh, yes, I will wait.
He's like holding his fork with a full stack of 3 pancakes dripping maple syrup and like just kind of tapping it on the top of the stack. Like impatiently looking over and then looking back at Maitea. Looking back over.
She watches you and looks down at her plate and picks up her fork and starts to tap her pancakes and nod her head with you.
Nice. I start to make it a game. Like we're tapping in rhythm or something. I don't know. Yeah, I start hitting the table too, and then tap like it's symbols and yeah.
She tries to keep your cadence, but I don't think she does a great job of like with the rhythm and everything that you're doing, but she tries to keep up. I think next is either Dylan's pancakes or Savannah's.
Ooh, I think if Savannah realizes suddenly that like she's close to the front of the line, she's gonna go, oh no, and realize she has handed her bowl out to accidentally and like go back and have to get more pancake batter. But she's just gonna dump the plain batter and come back.
Yeah, once she sees Savannah, she's gonna like sort of turn over her shoulder to see who's next, and she sees Savannah walking away. She's just gonna start making her own blueberry Fruity Pebbles pancakes, lemon compote on the top, and set them to the side.
As like Savannah's finishing up her bowl, Max is gonna be like looking at his, and then looking back at Dylan, just like or actually Cameron's up, so. Max is doing that behind him, but Cameron like goes to hand you his bowl. Well, looks like Savannah's not ready.
She just puts her hand out and pushes it back to him. No.
All right. He like reaches in the pickled jalapeno jar and just grabs one and throws it into his mouth.
Fork would be nice.
Yeah, it would be. And he reaches back in again and grabs another one.
She's gonna open the drawer and pull out a fork and hand it to him.
Oh, I can get way more with this.
Yeah, that was the intent. Anyway, and she's gonna turn around the other way and pick up her coffee, waiting for Savannah.
She won't be long. She's just pouring batter into the bowl and then coming right back over.
Nice. When she sees Savannah getting closer, she like sort of does a little stutter step and like tries to put her coffee down and grab the bowl at the same time. She, sorry, and looks up at her and looks back down at the bowl. And sorry.
Why?
I don't know. And she's gonna turn around and pour the batter out and on the griddle and start making the pancakes. And she's just like making the pancakes silently and just like nodding to herself. Like, wow, you are really fucking this up.
I think Savannah's just going to be hanging out and like realizing after like the first 10 seconds that like, oh, you're just standing here not doing anything. And then start like looking for like, you know, is there plates to clean up? Is there stuff to do? So she'll meander away for a minute because that 10 seconds of like, awkward interaction to dead silence is not hitting good. It's just not good.
As Savannah moves away, right behind her is Cameron with a big ass grin on his face, just staring at Dylan.
I feel like she can feel it in the back of her head.
As Savannah's like washing up some, Cameron's gonna be like, hey Savannah, Dylan's doing a great job at making these pancakes, ain't she?
Yes. Dylan is very proficient in the kitchen.
As soon as he starts to speak, she's like shoulders straight back, just like as soon as Cameron is speaking, shoulders straight back, just like fuming. Shut up.
Yeah, he's like eyeing Dylan as he's talking to Savannah, and he says, yeah, that's a real good trait to have in a friend.
She's gonna take the pancakes off onto a plate and turn around and look directly at Cameron.
I think Savannah's like going to like if it's like a gesture of the pancakes are ready or whatever, it's time to come back. I think Savannah will go back over there and she is looking at Cameron kind of oddly, and she'll just say, you know, Cameron, I'm sure if you asked Dylan for help in the kitchen, she could assist you.
Yeah, Cameron.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Maybe it's advice we should all take. And he just hands you his bowl.
She sort of like shuffles Savannah's pancakes over towards Savannah as she takes your bowl.
I think Savannah will take the pancakes and then kind of like to Dylan as quietly as she can just say something like, I think Cameron would like assistance because his meal creations are not going particularly well.
She's gonna turn directly to Savannah and say, oh, I'm going to give him assistance.
Oh, my meals aren't great. That's what you guys are saying? Well, maybe we should just one night, all three of us can just sit here. You two can go in the kitchen and show me how to make something good, and then I'll eat it. Yeah. I need advice. You two are so good together. You should just make some food. Show me how it's done.
Dylan's eyes are as big as they can possibly be.
Savannah just looks confused as hell. She has no idea why Cameron thinks she's good at cooking. She doesn't understand where this is coming from. She's staring at Cameron, baffled.
Chest and whole face scarlet.
Smile on Cameron's face. Hey, Savannah, don't sit in my seat.
Do you want anything on these? Lemon, whipped cream.
Oh, yeah. Do you have any salsa?
Not you.
Oh, okay.
Cameron asking if you have any salsa in his own place of where he lives is buck wild, but all right, that aside, Savannah will say, no, thank you. I'm just going to get butter. I know where that is. Thank you.
Thank you. You're welcome. Sorry. And she hands her the plate. And she turns to Cameron and she's like, I got you.
Oh. He just shrugs and he says, guess we'll see.
And she starts to pour the batter out onto the griddle and she's like, oh God. Oh. Did you put sardines in here?
Well, you need some protein.
I don't think that... I made eggs, Cameron.
I'll have some of those too. Here, I'll put this stuff on the table while you finish up.
Thank you.
No problem. He goes over and he puts all the stuff that goes out in the middle of the table, but he puts his coffee mug down in his chair and then puts Max's coffee mug down in a chair right beside his, which leaves two chairs on the other end. The last two chairs together.
Yeah, I think Dylan finishes making these nasty, nasty pancakes and puts them on a plate for him and puts them to the side for him to come back and pick up. And then turns for axes.
He hands you two bowls, one from each hand. And then there's another one on the table, but he looks down at it and looks back at his hands. I would like 3, please. But this is all I can hold.
All right. Are these going on different plates or?
He looks over to Savannah.
Should thumbs up.
Okay. Different plates, got it. Oh boy, that's okay. And she goes over and adds just a little bit more batter because there's just so much stuff in here that she's not sure that it will actually pancake. Will it pancake? Yeah, and so she makes the 3 different pancakes and puts them on 3 different plates.
And Cameron will come back over and help Max take his stuff over to his spot. Do you have any salsa, Savannah?
I can look, and she'll get up, go back to the fridge, and look for salsa.
Roll for salsa.
I will roll for salsa. Would you like me to roll for salsa?
Yeah.
What kind of roll is that, Austin?
As Possum starts barking, Cameron takes some bacon off of one of the plates and tosses it to him. Just roll a D100. We'll say hi is salsa.
Gotcha.
God damn it.
No, we do not have any salsa.
You have any bean paste? Never mind. Let's
Why
just eat.
would we have bean paste?
I don't know what you're into.
Dylan walks over in front of Cameron and places down a little bowl, and she's like, blueberry jalapeno compote mixed with cotija cheese. Suck it.
I like all those words. He sits down.
When Cameron sits down, Zach tries immediately to get him to join in the impromptu drum circle. That is effectively just banging on the table and their plates with forks. The bite that was on Zach's fork is gone.
Dylan is looking around the table because she sees everybody sitting down, and she just sees the 2 open seats, and she's like, and looks at Cameron, and then
Big
looks
smile.
at Zach and sees that the fight is gone, and she's like, what the hell, man?
I don't know. I'm not sure. I don't know what happened. He's ignoring.
Cameron nods,
Yep.
starts like beating with his stuff, and then like everybody sees it, but he like dips his fork in like on one of his beats down and gets a piece of pancake and puts it in his mouth and just keeps going back. Me neither. I don't know what happened.
Is Matea getting into it?
Yeah, she is. She's hitting and then like she thinks for a second and looks at the pancake and is like going to put her fork in to get a bite, but then like looks at Dylan and just stops right there.
Dylan is going to look at her and just be like, yeah, go ahead. She gives her like the little nod and wave thing.
With that nod, Aximili digs the fuck in, and so does Cameron. And like as they are starting to eat, Cameron says, "Look, man, me and you, we're gonna have some fun with this, okay? These pancakes here, you can just dunk them into these different sauces," and you see like he has these little bowls of just there's cinnamon
Soy sauce.
cinnamon toast syrup, cinnamon toast flavored syrup, ketchup, gravy.
Soy sauce?
This is leftover soy sauce
Yeah.
and all kinds of different stuff. And he says, and I found this one specifically for you. And he slides over the cinnamon toast crunch seasoning to Max, and he says, you basically sprinkle it over whatever and it adds some flavor to it. And then, what is this sensation? Matea yells from the other side of the table. It makes the muscle in my mouth tingle and fills my body with the joy that I have not had in some time. You guys see that she's holding her pancake in one of her hands as she like put her fork down and is like immediately taking a second bite and then starts to like scarf down the rest. And then Aximili says, yes! Isn't it the most wonderful experience? And he picks up the shaker of cinnamon toast seasoning and a handful of bacon that's on a plate next to Cameron's and moves over to Matea and puts some on her plate. Cameron says, Max, man, that was my bacon. You must share, Cameron. And then he turns back to Matea and he says, the taste that you are experiencing is sweet. You must try this bacon. It is what's called salty. And Matea doesn't hesitate. She grabs a piece of bacon and shoves it into her mouth and says, her mouth's full. And then Max says, the drawback, this is the one drawback of the mouth. When it is full with food, you cannot make the correct sounds for the human language. Luckily, we can use thought speak while we eat. Matea pauses for just a second, and then, like with a little small burst of a giggle, a little bit of food flies back out onto her plate, and she says, I was so consumed with the sensation of sweet and salty that I forgot about the thought speak for a moment. And then Max, like, pulls up a bowl that another bowl, pours cereal and milk in it, and starts eating his pancake and the cereal together, and he says, yes, those sensations are called flavors. There are many of them. Just wait until you try sour and savory. Sometimes the flavors can mix together. One of my favorite is called burnt. Cameron shakes his head and dips his pancake into the compote and takes a bite. He looks upset that Max left him.
Zach reaches over and takes some bacon off of Cameron's plate.
Dude.
Well, you gotta share.
God damn it. He's right.
He's right. Son of a bitch.
Dylan reaches toward the center of the table and pushes the whole plate that has the community bacon toward him.
He reaches off and replaces the bacon that was took. What about the rest of you?
I mean, Zach is eating his with gusto and enthusiasm, but not like that. Just like a regular, 14-year-old, 15-year-old boy.
Savannah is sitting back and she's taken like a bite or two of her pancake that she has fork and knife and cut into pieces, like very, very properly consuming this pancake. But when they started like trying flavors and like goofing around and having that whole moment, I think she's just sitting back quietly watching them, and she just kind of has a little bit of a smile on her face as she's watching the Andalites experiencing taste and Cameron and Zach goofing with them, and then She just kind of looks over at Dylan and like is observing this whole scene playing out.
Yeah, I think when Maitea first started going ham on this stuff, Dylan's like, hey, slow down. Don't choke. Whatever, you do you. And then she just sits back and is like casually ripping her pancakes with her hands and using a spoon to put lemon curd on it and just giggling and watching.
Your all's breakfast. It goes great. It's a wonderful moment of you all happy together. And then the building explodes. Nope.
No, hey, don't you dare.
After breakfast, like as you all start to like clean up a little bit, Cameron's gonna approach you, Dylan, and he's gonna say, "Hey, can you go grab that shirt that I got gravy on? I'm gonna do a load of laundry. I'm gonna throw it in before we go to school. I figure, since I did that, I could wash it for you. I'm gonna grab Zach's shirt too."
Yeah, man. Sure. And she's gonna go to wherever that hamper is where she has placed it.
I think it's in Savannah's room.
Yep, she goes there.
You get in there and there's the shirt in the hamper.
All right. She pulls the shirt out.
And when you stand up after pulling the shirt out, you notice a board. It's in her room, and it has all kinds of notes and different like cutouts and like quotes and stuff on it. Alex, do you want to describe that a little bit more?
Yeah, she's got above her desk, there's like a cork board there, and in it there's in very organized rows just like little things posted up, push pinned in, and it's kind of going down various rows of different quotes and things like that. And the only thing amiss on this, there's a few pictures as well, like Possum with his birthday hat on and that kind of thing. And the only thing that kind of seems wonky about this board is there is very clearly a place where a picture was, where it no longer is, like a perfect little square area, but otherwise it's all very organized and set up.
One of the quotes that catches your eye is, sometimes being offered tenderness feels like the very proof that we've been ruined.
I think Dylan is going to like reach up and sort of touch that whatever has the quote on it, the little piece of paper that has the quote on it.
And underneath that one, you notice another one. It says, "And sometimes, against all odds, against all logic, we hope."
Okay.
Do you want to look for more?
Yeah. Oh yeah. She's yep, she's in this. Now.
Another one says, "Remember what you must do when they undervalue you. When they think your softness is weakness, when they treat your kindness like it is their advantage, you awaken every dragon, every wolf, every monster that sleeps inside of you, and you remind them what hell looks like when it wears the skin of a gentle human." And then it's a quote by Nikita Gill. There's a poem on there. It says, "And when the sun rises, we are afraid. It might not remain. When the sun sets, we are afraid. It might not rise in the morning. When our stomachs are full, we are afraid of indigestion. When our stomachs are empty, we are afraid we may never eat again. When we are loved, we are afraid. Love will vanish. When we are alone, we are afraid. Love will never return. And when we speak, we are afraid our words will not be heard, not welcomed. But when we are silent, we are still afraid. So it is better to speak, remembering we were never meant to survive."
I think Dylan is going to pause at that one. And she's gonna look around the top of the desk. She's not gonna like go inside the desk at all, if possible. And she's gonna look for one of these. I'm assuming that they're stickies. Are they stickies? Like Post-it notes?
They're like just paper, like push pinned in.
Okay. Well, she's gonna look for a piece of paper that is exactly like these pieces of paper. And then she's gonna pull out her phone and scroll through the notes. And then she's gonna write something down out of her notes, and she's gonna take that poem that you just read down and try and just slip it as perfectly as she can together with that one behind it and push pin it back up on the board. Yep. And she's gonna take the shirt after she, she's just gonna sit there and just read as many as possible, and then she's gonna take the shirt back out to Cameron.
Dylan is gone for like 5, maybe 10 minutes. Does anybody else want to do anything?
Zach finishes his pancakes probably in that amount of time. Is looking around for more food is all he was going to say. He probably is going to make his own eggs now. He's like going to go make some eggs. With...
You have to make Pop-Tart butters. Nope.
Butter
Pop-Tarts
Pop-Tart?
with butter? Butter Pop-Tarts?
Yeah. That's just a thing. Everybody can get down on that. There's just a plate of Pop-Tarts with butter next to it. Get in there.
Yeah, I know the 3 NPCs are definitely getting down with some Pop-Tart butter.
Yeah. It's good. It's good. It shouldn't be, but it is. He makes an omelet. It's got hot sauce and jalapenos. Not the pickled ones. Good ones. Fresh chopped. At this point, this is just an Iron Chef kitchen, and we have access to every food, right? This is what's happening. Okay.
Savannah's going to be grabbing plates as they're going through them and cleaning them up and putting them away and, wiping up the spills that are happening and trying not to disrupt the scene, but trying to just make sure that the fallout is mitigated somewhat from the chaos of this breakfast. But when there's a lull and she's kind of cleaned up enough and there's nothing really to do at that moment, I think she'll sit back down and just kind of like put her head in her hand and just like kind of, she starts to like do that thing where you start to like nod forward, like you're starting to fall asleep, but you keep like popping back up, and she's just hanging out at the table kind of in that moment.
One of your nod offs is met with a wet nose as Possum is kind of like jumped up on the side of your chair and is just kind of nuzzling you.
She'll just grab a piece of bacon or sausage, whatever's on the table, and slip it to him.
He chomps it up.
If Zach notices Savannah nodding off, he's going to take some of the additional pancake batter and mix it with some coffee and make coffee pancake.
Panspresso.
A panspresso. And so a minute later, however long, a couple minutes later, like this really dark brown coffee smelling pancake is laid in front of Savannah.
Oh. What? Thank you.
Oh, you look like you were still hungry, so.
Oh. Well, thank you.
And then he sits down and eats his eggs.
She'll try it. She'll try this pancake cautiously. She's pretty sure she knows what it is, but just in case this is a prank, this is going to be a little bit of cautious going into this.
I think it's probably very good. Unless she hates it, because it's not a plain pancake.
Well, she likes coffee. She likes pancakes.
Done.
Yeah. Dylan rejoins. And you see during this time, Cameron and Possum are on the ground, kind of like huddled together. Cameron's belly's looking bloated out, and Possum's acting like his is too. They're both just on their backs. But he will take the shirt and Zach's shirt and throw it in a load of wash. And if you guys don't have anything else, you guys can go off to school. I will say on the way out to Dylan's car, I'm guessing, right? Cameron will kind of pull Savannah back and he'll say, "So, I talked to Rena last night."
That's okay.
She's in for the dance.
That's good for you. I hope you have fun.
He looks down. Yeah, me too. She did have a stipulation that Bart doesn't talk to her or anything.
That would seem fair after he broke her hand.
She said her dad was going to file charges. He even went down to the station to do it, but apparently Bart's brother smoothed it over or something.
Guess that's a lucky break for us.
Yeah. It's not going to be weird for you, right?
That Bart's brother is a cop?
No. That Rena's gonna be at the dance with us.
I don't think it really matters, does it?
It does to me.
Have you asked Rena if it's going to be weird for her?
I mean, I have. She kind of avoids it like you.
And I'm sure we will continue to avoid it.
Maybe you shouldn't. Do you think you all should, I don't know, talk or something before?
Talk before the dance.
Yeah.
Why don't we just focus on the missions that we have on hand, and then we can worry about Rena later?
Yeah. Give me an insight check.
I am. I'm just reading first because I'm pretty sure that I get. Yeah. Awesome. Cool. 14.
Yeah. Cameron feels like it looks like he feels like he's been shut down. And I'll say, since you rolled so high, this is also, or not so high, but so much higher than him. It's also off the back of Aximili kind of shutting him down. But yeah, he'll kind of fall in step. Keep moving.
Oh man. I don't know. Like, her intention was to shut him down. So I don't think she's comfortable with that, seeing it so clearly happen. So I don't know. After a few beats of silence between the two of them, like when they're sitting in that awkward moment of like she has shut him down, she'll say, "So, are you excited for the dance with Rena?"
I'm excited for the dance with everybody, but yeah.
Good. Are you two have any other plans other than the dance?
He sighs. Well, I guess she had another stipulation for me, not for everybody, that, well, it's more of her parents' stipulation. Her dad wants to meet me. So, gotta do that.
Yeah. Are you okay with that?
I'm a little nervous. Because, like, you know, it's all really quick, and this is like maybe the first step to a girlfriend or something.
It's fine. You'll get along with her dad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you met him.
Met him? Yeah.
Maybe you can give me some tips.
Sure.
Inside scoop.
Yeah. No problem.
And then, like, as the conversation fades away, he says, "Yeah, I was thinking maybe I could make them some breakfast or something like that." And then you guys get into the car and head off to school. I have a few things that will happen during the school day, but is there anything specific that you all want to do during school?
No, thank you.
Yeah, Zach, all of his grades are now straight A's, and there's no more weird social awkwardness with the different girls. That's what I want to do during the school day. We can just say that happened, and we're good.
Well, let's try something with Zach then.
No, never mind. I take it back. I don't want to do nothing. Austin, I just want to go to class.
I don't want to do nothing.
I don't want to do nothing.
The first thing that happens is around 8 a.m., Zach, you get a message on TikTok.
I look at it real quick.
Yeah, it's from JJMC.
Oh, I look at it real fast, like longer than I was going to. I open it. What is he saying?
It says, "Saw your video. Let's meet. You pick when and where. I'll be back in town Sunday."
I'm gonna show it to Van. I go over to Savannah's desk where she has probably got her book and then some paper and then a pencil. Like everything is lined up perfectly on her desk. And he just sets like his shit down. He moves the book a little bit, just enough to piss her off, really. And the phone is there and he's like, hey, I got a message back from JJMC. When do you think it'd be a good... He's probably... I might need, like, some backup.
How fast do you need to respond to him?
I'd like to respond immediately, but, like, if I need to wait, that's cool.
I feel like we should wait until at least after tomorrow night.
Okay. And he's going to respond... Glad to hear that. I do definitely want to meet up. I got to check my schedule and see what's up. I'll let you know probably tomorrow night. Does that sound good? And like before he hits send, he like shows it to Van.
Maybe say Thursday morning, just to be safe.
He deletes tomorrow night, makes it Thursday. He doesn't say morning, he just says Thursday.
Okay.
Yeah. And then he hits send. He double texts, which is a sin, but he goes, thank you, and then sends that.
You get a cool, Thursday works. Waiting for your message. And then he just likes the thanks. So homeroom and Mr. Statoric's class go past, and at 9 a.m., Dylan, you get a text message.
Okay.
It's from an unknown number.
It's JJMC.
It's JJMC, and he says, look, dude, you know this guy, Zach? Nope. Not going too far into it.
No, I will. You know I'll play in this space. Don't you fuck with me.
The message says, hey, it's Michelle. Your dad gave me your number. I hope that's okay.
She's going to think about that for a minute because that is weird. But she's going to be like, yeah, that's great. Text that back and just thumbs up.
You get, like, in succession, good. And then, I wanted to make good on getting our nails done. It's on me. Are you still interested?
She's going to send back, oh, exclamation point. Yeah, exclamation point. When is good? Question mark.
You, as soon as it's sent, you already see like the writing starting, and she sends back a message. Whenever it's good for you, I will make it work. And then there's more writing going on, and it says, your dad told me that you've been hanging with a new friend lately, and she's more than welcome to join.
She's gonna think about that for a second, and she's going to just send back, oh, that's great, thank you, I really appreciate that.
Awesome. Let me know whenever you figure out a good time, and we'll make it happen.
She's gonna send back, can do. I'll look at the calendar today.
A heart emoji.
She's gonna hold down the heart emoji that she just sent and heart the heart emoji.
Oh, double heart.
And then she's gonna save Michelle's number in her phone.
Sweet. All right, one more thing happens at school. At the end of the day, Zach, as you skate out the door of OG West.
I don't start skating till I'm out the door.
Oh, yeah, that's what I mean. You get out the door, drop your board, hop on it. But then a wadded up piece of paper hits you in the side of the head.
How fast am I going when it hits me?
I feel like you just had got on the board. It's like still near the entranceway of the school.
So like I'm dropping the board, I'm about to push, and then I fucking get hit. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I like grab it, I pick it up, and I look around for who sent it.
Yeah, there's a sitting on a railing by some steps is a girl with long brown hair that kind of hangs down in front of her eyes. Mm-hmm. And she wears this big shirt with a neon green fish, like a fish bone, in a black circle with like yellow and red rings around it. And she has some baggy jeans on and black Chuck Taylors. She has her own skateboard. She smiles and shakes her hair out of her face.
How dare you honeypot me? This is horseshit. The Yerks are on to Zach. This is bullshit. Do I know this girl?
You do. She's smiling and chewing gum. This is Sarah, a friend you used to skate with.
Okay, not the main character of Rocket Power. Got it. I act like I'm going to throw the ball back at her, the paper ball, but then I don't actually.
Yeah, she doesn't even flinch.
Of course not.
She just says, "Sup, loser."
Your mom?
And she like stands up and grabs her board and kind of walks over to you. And she says, you haven't been at Scholar Days lately? You only sidewalk surfing now or what?
Okay. Austin trying to do skate lingo is hurting my face. So, I went like last month. I wasn't there for too long.
Yeah. We used to go a lot. At least we used to skate together.
I mean, I don't know. I've been doing shit. What are you, the cops?
I'm not no cops. Look, whatever.
Yeah, whatever.
Yeah. I gotta get home.
I'm not doing anything now. You want to skate? Go to the park?
I gotta get home.
Okay.
My mom's
Fucking
expecting me, you know.
Loser?
Yeah, the loser, my mom.
No, I meant you, but okay.
Well, you called her a loser. I'm gonna tell her.
All right. That's fine. She doesn't like me anyway. What are you doing later? You want to go skate later?
Yeah, just hit me up.
Okay.
She says, but if you're not doing anything Saturday and you're not too good to come to the good times, even if you're not big on roller rinks anymore, you should stop by. They have live music this weekend and for some kind of event they're hosting. Yeah, she says it's a Real Big Fish / Sublime cover band.
He goes, oh yeah, Skakazashi. I know about them.
Oh. Yep, Skakazashi, that's right.
Yeah.
Watashi wasta.
No. That's that Megan Thee Stallion lyric. Not the same thing.
She
at
does
all.
the dance.
Is there a dance to it that I don't know? Okay.
Yeah.
I guess. All right. He just like waits for her to be done and goes, okay. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe. I have to see what I'm doing.
Well, don't be lame. Be Sigma. Later, dude. And she like throws her board down and starts to skate off.
And then like as she's leaving, he goes, what the skibbity fuck? And then skates off towards home.
After school, what are you guys doing?
Dylan is going to roll up in the parking lot and wait for where Peter normally comes out.
Yeah, he comes out.
And then she's gonna sit there. She's got the window rolled down. She's like, hop in, loser. And then she's texting on her phone to the group. Anybody need a ride?
Peter will like, oh, sweet. And they'll like hop in.
Zach is halfway through the parking lot and feels his phone go off and like is skating and then checks his phone and he's like, that is preferable to skating all the way home, definitely. And then just turns around and skates over to where Dylan is.
Savannah texts back, where are you driving to? ?
Dylan is going to think of somewhere that is right near Pacific Towers and then text that to Savannah.
She'll text back, sure, if it's not too much of an imposition, I will go there with you.
Dylan is going to heart that.
So Savannah will change course from heading towards public transport back to the parking lot.
As you're walking away from like the public transportation, like the buses, Savannah, you see Cameron on there and he like pulls down one of the bus windows and he says, hey, you coming?
Dylan texted us that she can give us a ride to relatively close to Pacific Towers.
Oh, sweet. And then the bus starts to pull off and he says, oh, shit. And then like as it gets like 10 feet away, you see the back emergency exit of the bus just fly open and Cameron jumps off.
You are going to be in so much trouble.
Not if they don't catch us. And he like grabs your arm and pulls you with him.
As she's being dragged along, she's going to be like, that is unacceptable behavior.
Well, you gotta accept it. It's happening now. We gotta keep up appearances.
We wouldn't have to keep up appearances if you didn't do things like this.
Oh. Well, then I wouldn't be myself, and people would get weirded out. You know what I'm saying? And like he gets to the car and opens up the back door for you. You ride middle.
All right. And then she'll get in the car, take off her backpack, get in the car, hold it in her lap in the middle seat.
He like hops in with his backpack still on and slams the door. Dylan, you gotta go, bro.
Dylan is just sitting there and she turns around. She's like, you guys know I have a trunk, right?
No time, dude.
Zach is getting to the car after Cameron has gotten in and said, you gotta go. And he hears that and just grabs the spoiler. And is like, go! Just go!
And Dylan pops the trunk.
No, like, just go.
Dylan, there's a security guard. He's gonna try to get me. We
Is
gotta
there
go.
a security guard coming?
You look over your shoulder and you see this big security guard kind of running down the sidewalk.
Cameron did something stupid.
And Dylan leans her head out the window and she's like, just put your stuff in the trunk and get in.
Are you sure? Because this is way cooler.
Yes, you're not sketching on my car. What if you die?
Come on, haven't you seen Back to the Future? Everything will be fine.
Get in the car.
Fine,
Close my
Mom.
trunk.
And he closes the trunk. Well, he puts his stuff in there and closes it. And then he gets in, I guess, in the front seat. Is that the only one that's open?
No, Peter's in the front seat.
Oh, I thought Peter got in the back. All right, yeah, then I get in the back, too.
Cameron's like almost in the floorboard now. Go, dude, go.
Dylan's gonna just sit there and she's like checking her mirrors, making sure that her belt's tight. Everybody buckled up?
Yeah.
You're a terrible getaway driver.
Oh, no. I'm a great getaway driver.
Savannah's gonna go, oh, and then move her backpack and start to like buckle up the middle seat belts and then try to like pull her backpack back.
Yeah, Peter, you need more leg room? You good? Is everybody all right?
I could use a little bit more, and he like backs it up, and Cameron goes, "Ow!"
Would you like to switch seats, Cameron?
No, dude, just go. And the security guard's in the middle of the parking lot looking around. So let's roll a perception check for the security guard. He like looks around for a second and then looks like directly at Dylan's car, and you see like Cameron's just popped his head up for a second to look out, and he ducks back down, and the security guard is starting to run over to Dylan's car. Go, dude, go.
As Cameron is like hitting the back of her seat, Dylan's like, hey, safety. Get in the seat, put your seatbelt on, and then we will leave.
He like gets up in the seat, hurry up, and buckles his seatbelt. Like looks at Savannah, looks back at the security guard. He says, "It's buckled."
As soon as she hears the click, she starts to slowly and safely pull out of the parking lot.
The security guard is like, "Hey!" Behind you.
She doesn't pay any attention. I mean, she sees him clearly, but she's just gonna go.
He takes like 10 steps towards you, and then as you're like pulling out of the parking lot, he just waves it off, turns around.
Dude, what did you do?
Jumped out of the bus.
Through the emergency rear exit.
Cameron!
They were leaving.
That sounds like an emergency. Like,
Yeah.
and he chose the exit that was closest to where he had to go. I feel like this is all very justifiable.
Zach gets it.
You're going to the same place, man.
Yeah, mine would have took us like an hour or two.
I mean, we're going to take an hour because we got to go to Starbucks and stuff, so.
Oh, yeah. Peter, you want Starbucks?
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Yeah. I didn't know Peter talked like that. I like it.
Dude.
Fucking Bill and Ted ass.
We just can't get any. We got to watch what they put in it, you know?
Well, yeah, don't get one of the refreshers. Just get a coffee.
Okay, yeah.
Wait, what's wrong with the refreshers?
The citrus. Oh, man. I could talk about it.
My bad, dog.
I'm starting to get over it.
Nice.
Oh, like
I'm
you're getting
proud of
better?
you, man.
Thanks, Dylan. No, I'm better, man. The fear of it.
Oh, I didn't know you had a phobia, bro. I'm sorry.
Oh, no worries, man. You couldn't have known.
I guess that's true. Have you ever had a Doc Ock?
What the hell's that?
The best fucking thing at Starbucks? I got you.
I'll give it a shot. Yeah.
We'll give it 4 shots.
Do
8
you
shots.
have any heart conditions?
Only a lonely one. He like looks around at everybody.
You will after it's done.
Have a lonely heart?
No, have a heart condition.
All right. Maybe not then. You guys get some Doc Ocks, some other things.
Okay. Not some refreshers.
Oh hell no.
No. And then we go to In-N-Out.
Sweet animal fries, please, with some garlic on there. That's Cameron.
And the guy at the box is like, for the last time, sir, we don't have garlic.
All right, fine. Put some animal sauce on my apple pie.
Do they have apple pie there? No idea.
On my dessert. On my ice cream, please.
Okay. I'm sure they have that.
Anything else you guys want to do before you drop off Peter, or is he just hanging?
I think while we're like eating, Dylan's gonna turn to everybody and be like, did we have a plan for today? Like, what are we doing?
We have plans later with a friend of ours.
Oh, right. Yeah, Peter, I probably need to get you home. I bet your parents aren't used to you actually like being out, right?
I mean, no, but I could just text them. I could go hang out with you guys too.
Oh, that's okay, bud. Next time maybe. This friend isn't expecting you, and they have anxiety.
Oh, yeah.
I know you get that.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe I could talk to him, though. Maybe you guys could let him know.
He's also a grapefruit farmer.
Oh, yeah. Their family is big into citrus.
Yeah.
Oh.
So he's got
So we'd have to decon him.
No.
And...
Yeah.
Just go ahead and take me home.
It's a whole thing. Yeah.
That's cool.
I didn't want to tell you, trying to be chill about it, but.
Yeah. He swirls his Doc Ock.
Yeah, is it good?
It's all right. I don't think I'll make it my normal.
Yeah, that's fair. It takes some getting used to.
It's like an explosion of flavor.
Mm-hmm.
I'll see you dudes later.
He says, singing along with the radio. Because I'm assuming Chapel Roan is on.
I don't think it was, but Dylan, we come to a stoplight and Dylan snaps her head to you and she's like, I just got it out of my head.
Sorry. It just got into mine, so I couldn't really do anything about it.
No!
Here, let me get the Bluetooth. Let me pair my phone.
She hands the cord over her shoulder to you.
Oh, is it an aux cord? It's not a...
Yeah, no. Look at this car. Does it look like it would have any sort of technology?
What kind of cord is it? Is it going to go into my iPhone 15?
Yeah, man. It goes into my phone.
Okay.
Which is not an iPhone, but, they have the same cord now.
Okay, that's true. And then he plugs it in and plays a ska cover of Taylor Swift's 22.
Dylan's like, huh. Yeah, not bad.
Before the song's over, you get to Peter's house and he stays just to listen to the rest of the song. And he says, all right, see you dudes later. Gets out and goes in.
Good kid.
Anyone want to go to the front seat, man? You're kind of squished in the middle here. Do you need more leg room?
I think Savannah, who's sitting there with knees scrunched up, backpack on her knees, holding her backpack, will be like, I can't move. Cameron has to leave. Or you have to leave. One of you has to leave.
I'm offering to get out so that you can move.
Sure.
Yeah. And then Zach just gets out.
Dylan is gonna scramble with the the middle console and everything and make sure that it looks tidy and clean and everything. She's tucking stuff away, moving her cup around because she's not sure which one Savannah will want. So she's just moving it back and forth, and then she settles on the back one for her cup. She looks at Cameron and she's like, shut up.
Dude, put it in the front. That way she can rest her arm on the thing and get access to her drink if it's on the back.
Shut up. And she adjusts the mirror to see if Zach is saying anything, looking, doing anything?
Zach is watching this going on, and it's just like, Dylan really cares about how much people like her car. That's kind of, she's a little full of herself. That's in his head. He's just like, absolutely does not get the situation at all.
Is he just like sitting there nodding and just like
He's
chill?
like looking at that happen, like the console shuffling, and Cam talking about front like armrest or some shit, and he's like looking back, and Dylan being like really freaking out, and he's just like, this is too much attention to pay to your car. Like, it's not that serious. That's in his head.
I think Savannah will open the front door a crack and then go, is the offer to put my backpack in the trunk still available, or should I can just keep it with me? And she'll start getting in the car with her back.
As soon as she says backpack, the trunk is popped.
She'll be like, all right, thanks, and go back there and throw her backpack in the trunk and come back. She takes not concerned at all about the cup holders going on. She doesn't even put her cup in the cup holder. She just holds it in her lap.
Yeah, nice.
Yeah. Savannah will also scoot the seat up for Cameron, but not before letting it go, scooting it back, crushing him a little more, and then going forward.
Rude.
Wow.
Nice. And Dylan will just drive directly to Pacific Towers.
You don't have to drive right. Like, you can go to where you were gonna go. We can walk from there. You don't have to drop us right here.
It's on the way. It's on the way.
It's a little bit further past, and then, I mean, it is close, but I don't know that I'd call it on the way.
It's on the way.
Savannah will just nod and accept it.
I think I can hear Possum barking.
Yeah.
Yeah, can already hear him. Top floor, Pacific Towers,
Jeez.
barking away.
Dog is loud.
He left a window cracked, and it's just like amplified through the city.
Turns out he's like part guardian dog, so it's just that like loud bark that's echoing through
yeah.
the buildings. You just hear that as it like echoes across the street.
When Bart Simpson got all the megaphones lined up, it's pointed out the window. Where are you going, Dylan? Is it near my house?
Well, no, not technically near your house. I am gonna drop you off, though. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
I guess before we all split up, Savannah, what's up? What are we doing?
We do have to meet at the warehouse later tonight, so that's what we should be doing. I don't believe we gave a time in the messages, just after school, so should we say 6 o'clock?
Okay.
Yeah, that sounds good. Oh, Savannah, what's a day probably before the dance that you have like an evening available?
I think that depends on how tomorrow goes and possibly the end of the week.
That's fair. So we'll just say Friday?
We maybe Friday,
Or we could do like Saturday during the day. That would be cool too.
sure, Saturday, maybe
Might be a little busy though.
afternoon.
But yeah. Okay. All right. Cool.
It might be a little busy. There's no way to know how this is all going to go down.
Oh, I meant like people clientele wise. Yeah, that's cool. All right.
So we're not doing anything Saturday? I just wanted to make sure, because I was going to meet up with a friend at the rink.
I think Savannah's like looking at all of them like slightly like, what the hell, everybody? But is like, well, it'll really depend on how this entire plan comes together. I mean, if we can pull it all off the way that it is, then sure, Saturday we can go to skating rinks and other places, she says, looking at Dylan, and it'll be fine. Or we're gonna be dealing with a lot of trouble, and it's not gonna be good.
Yeah. But you know, if life goes on, then we will still have a Saturday.
Sure. If life goes on, we will still have a Saturday, and after work, I'm sure I can do something. And Zach, you can go to the skate park.
Cool.
Sweet. What time do you get off work?
Depends. Usually early afternoon.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Cameron will like put a fist up to Zach for a fist bump and say, "Thanks for the ride, Dylan," and hop out of the car.
Savannah will look at Dylan and say, "Thank you for the ride."
Anytime.
And she'll hop out of the car, go see if the trunk's open. If not, we'll be too awkward and leave her bag.
No. She definitely popped the trunk.
Perfect. She'll grab her backpack and then close the trunk.
And those two go into Pacific Towers.
Zach scoots over to the middle and like leans forward too far.
As he like leans forward, Dylan turns her head and is like she does a little jump scare. And she's like, "Am I your chauffeur now?"
Yes. Home.
Oh, okay. Sure.
You said you were gonna do that. I was just playing. Like, you don't have
No,
to.
I am. I am absolutely driving you home. Yes.
I'll just get my board.
No,
Honestly, you don't
stop.
have to.
She locks the doors.
Okay, now it's a kidnapping.
It is. Buckle up.
All right. He buckles up.
She pulls off toward Zach's house.
So
Dylan is as soon as he says so, sweat. The back of her neck caked in sweat. Because she's immediately assuming that he's going to say something about the whole cup holders, blah, blah, blah thing.
So you really like this car a lot, I guess?
Yeah, man, it's really cool. Is it Mustang?
Yeah.
And she sort of like revs the engine. She's like, "Sounds good, like it."
I just didn't know you're like a super car girly, you know?
Oh yeah, no, no, I'm not. If it goes, I think that's good for a car, but this is aesthetically pleasing to me.
Yeah. Okay. I get that. It's just like you made a big deal about how it was looking earlier, so I guess I was like surprised about that. But that's cool.
Did I?
Whatever you're
wait,
into.
what? When did? What did I? Where? When? What?
Made all that like moving the cup holders around and like all that stuff. I don't know. It was like a thing. It was just really a lot. So it was a little surprising, but like it's cool. I'm not trying to like judge or nothing.
She's just like white faced, just like, yeah, it was just a little, it was a little bit messy, and I just wanted to clean that up and make sure that it wasn't messy.
That's what I'm saying. Like it's really not. It was just like cups are in cup holders. That's where cups go. That's why it was so weird.
There was like some receipt trash and some napkins, and I needed to make sure. Yeah, you're right. Whatever, man.
I just wouldn't stress about it. You know, napkins are napkins. They're good. Napkins are basically inert. They're sterile. Like, so.
That's not accurate. But
yeah.
I'll give you that one.
Were they dirty napkins or were they just like extra napkins from the drive-thru?
Well, I mean, there were some extra napkins that I did tuck into the center console, but the dirty ones, I put them in the little trash bag because.
You have a trash bag in your car?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that's.
Why wouldn't I have a trash bag in my car?
Well, because you have a floorboard.
Nope. I mean, I do.
So,
you're right, but no, that's not where trash goes.
Well, I mean, okay, if you say so.
Zach, is there trash on my floorboard?
No.
Did you guys put trash in my floorboard?
He leans down and picks up Peter's cup, and then his cup, and then Cameron's like cheese Danish wrapper. No. But he's doing it so she can't see. Anyway, what are you doing Friday?
I think we need a sleight of hand and a perception check. Yeah.
Shit. Both?
Oh, okay.
Yep. So you see it.
But you definitely hear the crinkle of the rattle of the ice or something.
Yeah. She's just gonna sigh and shake her head. Friday? I don't think I'm doing anything on Friday. What's up?
I know
I
you're
mean,
talking
obviously, no, like Friday. I'm sure we're doing stuff.
about... I don't remember anymore.
That's fair. You don't. Every day is a gamble. But Saturday, my dad's girlfriend asked if me and Savannah wanted to go get our nails done.
Oh.
Yeah, so I was just, it's gonna
Cool.
get that planned out.
I got invited to go. I mean, I used to go to the skating rink all the time with this girl, Sarah. She wants to go like hang out, so I'm gonna go do that Saturday.
That's cool.
Yeah. They play all ska on Saturday for like 2 hours. That's why it's called that.
Yeah?
That's why.
Okay,
I go.
that makes sense.
I've been going since I was like 10.
That's really cool. I like that consistency.
Yeah, not like every weekend, but like.
Well, yeah, but you have that. Like,
Yeah. You guys can come.
I don't think
like,
that there's any. Oh, okay. Well, if we're getting our nails done,
I mean, you're gonna get your nails done at night because it's not till like 7 p.m.
maybe. I don't know what time Savannah gets off.
I never remember. She's told me like 100 times. He starts checking his notes to see if he has it written in his notes somewhere. He probably does on his phone. Oh yeah. So normally she's off at like noon.
Oh, sweet. Then yeah, I mean, we'll see what's up. We'll see how we're feeling about that.
Okay. I was just, it's a public thing. I'm just saying if you want to listen to ska for 2 hours and skate in a circle.
Oh, well, that's probably the time to mention that, like, I don't necessarily skate so much as I fall down.
Well, I mean, look, that's just practice. That's a skill issue.
That's fair.
Yeah. I can help. Or not. I don't know. Van knows how to skate a little bit. She's been on my board.
Whoa, hold on.
Not great,
No.
but, like,
okay,
a little.
Now, I'm gonna figure out a way to convince her that we have to come to this because I have got to see that.
He starts digging through his oldest TikTok videos, trying to find, like, the couple where Savannah was in them. While driving, Zach will, like, hold his phone up to, whatever... God, I'm trying to think of, I don't know, a TikTok trend from 5 years ago, some song from then. Hit or miss.
I think Dylan's just gonna do those little sideways glances
Yeah.
at the phone. And he's like, this is really dangerous, right?
Well, then don't look.
But I gotta see it.
Yeah.
Just send it to me. Just send it to me, please.
They're on my TikTok.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna scroll through 5 years of your TikTok to find
Okay.
this.
And he just sends them to Dylan.
Side note, she absolutely would have scrolled through 5 years of TikToks to find that.
Anyway, that was a long, like, 4 blocks or whatever. So surely we're there by now. Zach gets out. Can you get my shit, please?
Oh, yeah, absolutely. And she pops the trunk.
And gets the stuff out. Okay, see you tomorrow.
Yep. Tonight. Tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. Wink.
There's no one around us.
Practice makes perfect, and he goes inside.
And Dylan's gonna sit there for a second and text Michelle back and say Saturday mid to late afternoon would work if that works with her.
That's perfect. I'm off work right now.
She's gonna send back. Okay, but Saturday, right?
Oh, yes. Don't work anyways on Saturday. Right. Sorry.
And then she's gonna put her phone in the passenger seat and drive home. Does Dylan's dad come home at all while she's at home doing homework and eating snacks?
Yeah.
She hasn't seen him in days.
He'll come into the door and like see you, say, "Oh, look who decided to come home."
Yeah, man, I've been working on projects.
Yeah, I just missed you. He'll like walk over and like kiss the top of your head, and then go to the fridge and pull out a carton of orange juice and like go to unscrew it and go to drink it.
Nah, hey.
Damn it.
Have you been doing that the whole time?
Well,
We gotta buy new orange juice.
or I could just finish this one.
Why are you a monster? Yeah, no, you've drank it. That's your juice now.
Ugh. So, what's been up?
Just, school, projects, hanging out. Michelle messaged me. You gave her my number. Listen, we're going to talk for 2 seconds. Because of who she is, I don't mind it. That's weird, though, right?
Well, that night you said that you would be into the nail thing. And yeah, it is a little weird, but I just wanted you all to,
No, I'm telling you, it makes sense because it streamlines the process. I get it. Ooh, boy, didn't expect to be texted in the middle of school.
Oh, she texted you during school?
Yeah. Does she have kids?
She doesn't.
Okay, that makes sense.
She must have been excited.
She seemed that way. So we're potentially going to go on Saturday. I don't know if she already told you any of this.
Yeah, he smiles. I've already made a trip to go golfing.
Gross.
Some people's gross is other people's good time, you know what I'm saying?
I do, in fact, know what you're saying.
Mm-hmm. And he like sits down with you.
She's gonna shove a cookie in his face.
My favorite. Oatmeal raisin.
Yep, that's exactly what she was eating.
So, yeah, look, I'm sorry. Next time I'll ask you before I give your number out to somebody.
I mean, thank you? Wow. Oh, am I being the parent right now? Ew, I don't like it.
Well, and he like leans back in his chair, takes another bite of the cookie, and he says, I've had a couple of days off, so just, a little rusty.
She's gonna like bump him with her shoulder and just continue sitting there in the floor doing her homework.
And yeah, he'll sit with you for a little while until you're ready to go.
Yeah, all right. Yeah, she's probably going to stand up and stretch and be like, are you home tonight or are you at Michelle's?
I'll be home tonight.
Okay. I'm gonna go and work on my project some more. Is that all right?
Yeah. And he does look kind of sad at this and like kind of looks down.
She's gonna go and hug him and be like, I'm sorry. I hope that it'll be in a somewhat completed state soon and we can hang out.
I'd like that.
Me too, Dad.
You're gonna hang out with my girlfriend. You gotta hang out with me too.
Nah, it's a girls' club.
Oh. Fine, maybe I'll make a boys' club.
With who? That was unduly mean. I am so sorry.
No, it's fine. I have people that I'm going golfing with.
That's true. That's very true.
Robert.
Are you going golfing alone, Dad?
No, there'll be other people there.
Okay, you just said Robert like really questioningly.
Well, I'll see if Robert can go. I mean, he might be busy with his kids. He bumps you with his shoulder.
I love you.
I love you too.
And she gives him a great big hug.
And he hugs you back.